Okay, Dennis, I'm done with the Thanksgiving break and I'm back. So let's talk about your watches. First, let's talk the numbers on both of them. This is the one without, this is the one that's in better cosmetic condition. This one is. It's running like a high beat runs, but it's very low in terms of amplitude. This one definitely needs service, but like a high beat always does, they always tend to maintain their accuracy, even if they're running relatively weakly, which this one is. It's got a fair amount of beat error, 1.5, but it's not bad all told. Definitely running. Let's look at the second one. Yeah, so let's get the second one going here. Let's see what this one's doing. Okay, there's the second one. This is the one with the faceted crystal. And this one is running, it's running a little better. It's more in adjustment. And again, let's see if we get into 1.2. No, 0.08, 180. It's running a little better. It's certainly more in adjustment, but it's the same kind of thing. I'd say both watches are similar condition internally, based on what I'm seeing here. The adjustment stuff, that doesn't really matter. That gets dealt with during a service. What I'm concerned with mostly is the amplitude. And they're about the same. They're in the same basic range. So that tells us that they both need service. Okay, so you bought two, but you really only want one. And you were thinking about having service only done on one. Now, as I said, I do work on trade sometimes. So you could potentially trade one of these towards service on of the other, but it would depend on what you would need to get and how that goes. You asked me which one, though, I thought was better. In terms of cosmetic condition, this one has been repolished just ever so slightly. Ever so slightly, but as a result, it presents better. But you can see that this edge right here, see this edge? It's faintly rounded, ever so faintly rounded. That's a sign of a light polishing. This is original. That is original. And you can see too that this face is much smoother and it's much flatter. See, it's got the sort of spider lines and hairwood of wear, but it's original. This one, if you look at the flats here, it's a little more rounded. It's a little more blurry, but at a glance, this one's the prettier watch. This one is more original. This back is a lot more worn and it has, this back is a lot more worn and it has more damage. This case back is much nicer. I don't know. I'd say in terms of wearability and presentability, this one's probably nicer. I prefer original, that's me, but this one, it definitely shows more wear. As a result, it may not be so much for everybody. So it's up to you. They're both in similar condition physically in terms of how they run. So I don't think there's going to be a difference in how they come out. It's just a matter of whether you want one that's a little prettier, because it's been cleaned up a touch, or if you value originality and you want to go with the one that shows more wear. So it's up to you. You let me know what you want to do. Okay, bye-bye.